Everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back! We are here in the most stereotypical Western office in the world.
What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. Look at that rope hanging over there. Way.
Yeah, it's a rabbit trap. Like someone walks onto it and they get pulled up. So beyond the door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh!
What's wrong?
Look at those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
If you
Grab
can't handle
cacti.
cacti, stay out of the desert.
Must grab cacti. Must experiment on cacti.
What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already. He's probably in the bathroom. Look on the floor, a lasso. Look at all the stereotypical.
Looks like it's all set up like a trap or something.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed.
Huh. Sure have an active imagination.
Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Well, encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. It's definitely her. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity.
Yeah, I guess. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Does it still have the evidence, though? There's a security guard uniform hanging here.
There is?
I don't see it.
Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What is that called? A punchy? A paunchy? Pinchy? I know, a poochie. I love that her brain, that those jokes went to the exact same mispronunciations. Wait, that wasn't it.
Called a poncho, and I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. I don't ever think Jake Marshall knows how to pronounce that word correctly.
And we'll see.
Get away from my ponka.
From my paca.
No, it's like a parka, but it's for the desert instead of the snow. Okay, the evidence room's beyond this door.
Let's just walk in. Spring strap. It won't open. Fancy that.
What, you thought it'd be open? We're gonna need someone's permission to go in there first. Huh. I guess we're gonna have to come back when we actually know something.
And Marshall, allow us to bribe you. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon.
Well, look, it's nailed shut. You can't even get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. Did she grab it?
Yeah, it'd be more than just a yeah in itself, or whatever the noise that's supposed to be. Okay, this place is charged with frantic energy as always.
Oh, please! What was that?
One stick lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. No time for chit chat, pal. I'm a busy man. I really need that steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh. You mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. We shouldn't have brought it up. Oh, you make Gumshoe cry.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
You can't deny the man food.
Now is no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, and now we just need evidence. Criminal? You mean... Oh, you heard about the stabbing of the police department in the evidence room, right, pal? Yeah, that was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Right. The biggest scandal that hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But
Everything
Detective
is
Gumshoe, who
upsy-daisy.
was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here, talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I can figure he's down there having a good cry.
Is it Marshall?
Later.
Did they arrest Marshall?
No. There was one other person, Stacey, that we have been introduced to that could possibly be the suspect.
Miles again? He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
If it's Miles again. Still, I do feel badder about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down the road right now. Things will get confusing.
What was that?
So that's what I'm saying. We have perpetrator? I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh.
There's no way. There is
Hi.
no way.
Greetings, sir.
Wait. I know who you are. You can't even lift a feather. How'd you stab a man twice your size? Officer Meekins, you're a guard here at the detention center.
No, sir. No, I'm not. I'm a lost patrolman, just like a lost little lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. Because there's no way it was you.
No, sir. How should I put this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
What?
Well, this was an unexpected turn of events, and why did they allow you to keep your stuff?
Why do they allow anyone to keep their stuff? Why do they allow us to walk in with a knife?
So I'm a patrolman with the criminal affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I just had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, and the guard station in front of the room was empty.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room.
That's right, sir. The evidence kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer is none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall. Yeah. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Ah! What is this guy doing?
Acting the fool. So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red and I blacked out. And I came to when I was here in the detention center. Man, how long are you up? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your right hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could and wrapped it up.
Is it the same?
No, it's the opposite hand.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
Okay, first things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you can do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed a knife at me, I just hollered, sir. Next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing... Huh?
Detective Goodman...
When I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir.
Why are you still punching your hand?
Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow! Why do I keep hurting my hand?
Why do
Can
I
you
keep
imagine how
grabbing-
this feels? No, I can't. So the victim's body disappeared.
That's some story. And normally I wouldn't believe it, but this case has gone off the rails enough that I'm considering it.
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me like this with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you label me as a victim or perpetrator, then label me victim. Would you happen to be in detention and... Okay, and alive while at that? Yes, well, that's true. I suppose you could say that. So, did you actually know the victim, Detective Goodman? Yes, sir. If I had a label... Okay, well, sir, if I had to label him, a stranger, or, total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily towards the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts.
He's even sadder than Gumshoe.
I don't know any other detectives.
Except for Gumshoe, perhaps.
So
if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. Well, at least someone around here is more confused than I am.
This whole case is getting weirder and weirder by the second. I'm scared of knives.
Oh!
We need to
do that again. Officer Beacons, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted to... No, sir, last night, that's the one. It was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir. I was being peeled.
On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot.
That's the knife that stabbed.
That's the knife that stabbed his hand. His blood is on that knife.
Why haven't we tested the blood yet? Because I thought that was rust.
Okay. So...
This whole case just got infinitely more confusing. Placement is all over.
Okay, so what is the course of events right now? He walks into the evidence room. There is Bruce Goodman there. And by his wording, Detective Goodman stabs him in the hand. Okay?
Uh-huh.
He gets knocked out, and when he wakes up, he bandages his hand as good as possible. And then he gets brought in for questioning. At the same time, Detective Goodman was in the trunk of Edward's car as it was being pulled up, right?
Apparently.
And when it stopped, and at 5:12, he parks the car and he leaves it there. Detective Emma Skye goes up to the car, wraps the knife that stabbed him in her scarf and puts it into the tailpipe of his car, opens it up for Detective Goodman, stabs him with the knife that is inside of Edward's car, in the place where the knife used to be? Switching out the knives?
That makes very little sense. If she had a knife to stab someone with, why didn't she use...
Okay, imagine this. The knife was in Bruce Goodman's chest.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls it out, wraps it in his scarf to get rid of that piece of evidence, and then replaces it with the knife that was in Edward's car.
That would account for Angel seeing her stab him. And so little blood.
Yeah, because all the blood is actually from her own hand?
That makes very little sense.
Okay, so I kind of confused myself with
so
trying to do a
confused.
deep dive of this.
But that makes more sense than anything else here. Because...
Okay, so she did mark the telephone. And we have not been to the security room yet, so...
Yeah, did it even give us the option?
No.
Okay. But that doesn't account for the wallet. Did she take the wallet off of him too?
Okay, Officer Meekins, please have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Huh? I know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how she has one just like it.
Me? Why would I?
I know, sir. I know. I'm not the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone. Oh, what's wrong?
She's mine.
Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and young youthful romance, sir.
I'm not into him. He's very...
Is he talking about the badges on her coat?
Oh. Huh.
I'd like to think there was a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir! That's it!
That's what?
My head was blank until this very moment, but sir, now I remember, sir.
How?
You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the card that caused all of it. Ah.
This ID card.
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it.
How?
Nothing more than exact, sir. Nothing. Okay, I better pry into this one a little bit deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember then? Well, sir, you might say that I'm a lost little patrolman. A little lamb, if you will.
You already have.
I didn't know Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. Oh my gosh, I just realized he doesn't have socks. Officer Meekins comes to work with loafers with no socks. With, like, pant size a little bit too short.
Oh. This guy. I've never been more concerned about someone other than Gumshoe in my life.
That's why you thought... Oh, that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir! That's what I was trying to tell you. So, you asked Detective Goodman to show him his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you that I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him. Detective Goodman pointing a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Sounds like a guy who stabs cash register grocery store attendants because they ask for money, you know. It's like, this is a hold up? Yeah. It's like, oh.
So what happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Alright.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
I mean, that they have security footage, and they arrested Meekins. Why? Is
Do
it
you remember what
processing?
was going on the camera that was going on in the room? It's recording.
Uh-huh.
I just had a sickening thought
It's erasing evidence automatically.
that
Because some devices automatically hold recording.
only up to like about 48
Because
hours.
I know that there are some planes where if you keep recording devices going, it erases over evidence if you fly long enough.
Yeah.
And I know that because I've watched a lot of documentaries about airplanes. Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
Oh, this got a little bit
This body
complicated.
just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
But you still ended up here.
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room, and that's what they said.
Unless it's, what's his name? Gaunt?
But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. The videotape.
You mean the very clear way that they can tell if you jumped and leaped at someone?
From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime that I swore the stamp out, it's me. It's me there on the tape.
So this is open and shut then, as open and shut as Emma's sister's case. And you waited until now to tell us. Well, it was actually quite obvious.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No, thanks. We have our own, I guess. Let's go check out the crime scene then.
Back in. Let's check for blood here.
Huh.
Let's spray it all over his boobs.
Gotta make sure that the,
Oh.
someone was speared to death by a cactus, clearly. Or, you know.
Grabbed it. And it wasn't on the door. Wow, we've got a reaction.
Huh. There's clearly blood around the spines here. It was pretty messy, so someone must have tripped over something.
So.
And planted their head right on these spines.
Or their hand.
Oh, yeah, hand.
This must be Meekins then. I think it might be more painful than being murdered.
You know, I probably wouldn't say that, but... Okay.
And the plot thickens. Still won't open. We need to get someone's permission. And it's still recording. Is this where we choose who to give the steak to? Recording.
Yeah, we can't actually see what is actually being recorded. There's only one place that we haven't gone yet.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives' desk.
And it's Police Chief Gant.
And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all the drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under a seat cushion, behind a computer monitor, inside his own personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detective looks a little flustered.
Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh, Chief Gamp. Reporting for duty, sir, I guess.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Okay. Is everything gonna be okay?
Oh, Worthy, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. I've been trying to get rid of him for years, you see, and I lost my chance last month. Sounds like an inquisition. Well, I am Spanish, so it does make sense.
I thought you were Southern.
At some point, it's the same thing. If you go far enough back. Well, yeah, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
Oh, you mean the incident at Gord Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sitting in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty on that case, right, Righto?
Yeah, Von Karma.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. We need, a scapegoat to make things look right again. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, could be bad for Worthy. I mean, he could have to work to work with you for the rest of the series.
No.
What?
No.
What? I doubt that. It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective. Getting killed on their turf, too, I mean.
They're being the prosecutors, I believe.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
No, Righto, I can't give away all of our secrets just like this. There's something called protocol, which has never been heard before in this series. And in this particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets. I can't stand them, apart from the secrets I keep. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh, you saw that. Oh, whoops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can discreetly ask him.
How about next time?
Yeah, next time.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
See you guys, bye.